just want to just give you a little. Here's the difference between a real leader and not a leader, and just a donor taker. So here's Tulsi Gabbard calling for a UBI right now. This was, what day was this that she actually put this up?
Sunday.
So that was yesterday. So, but she'd already talked about it on our show. She'd already, like last week, she's way ahead on this. As soon as this crisis hit, she said, we're going to need a UBI. So she knew that way ahead of everybody. And here's what the Democratic leadership is saying. Large employers and corporations must step up to the plate and offer paid sick leave and paid family and medical. How about you pass a law that says so?
And is that why they didn't include Amazon?
Right. So
along with, what was the McDonald's?
That's correct. So they just passed their bullshit bill, which I guess is better than nothing. And they had huge carve-outs they said, you have to give people paid. And they left McDonald's, except for McDonald's. And Amazon. So that's what fake leadership looks like. That's what it looks like when all you think about is where can I get my next corporate dollar. That's what it looks like. And here's what real leadership looks like. She's the one who's pilloried constantly, and she's the one everybody loves. Isn't that something? When I say everybody, I mean maybe 10% of the country.
Isn't Nancy Pelosi the same person that said that they would make the virus
affordable? The vaccine
affordable.
Vaccine should make it affordable.
Great leadership, Nance.
Great leadership. So that's a big
affordable. You can pay for medicine during a crisis. Brilliant. It's like how much denial? Well, Jimmy, they've only denied us health care for decades.
For our whole life.
So why are we surprised that during a crisis, they still want us to pay for shit? So Dylan was saying that we need to demand UBI testing, field hospitals. What's their budget? What's their plan? So, of course, I go and I go on the Pasadena website to find out what is Pasadena's plan. And they have an announcement of the coronavirus, right? And turns out, Jimmy, our mayor is not even in town.
He's not even in town?
No, he's in Africa, Senegal, visiting our sister city.
It's a great time for that.
Okay, and so instead, they have a gentleman named, what is it?
The city manager?
Yeah, the city manager. I think it's Steve Marmel or something like that. And he's letting us know that, yes, city manager Steve Marmel provides an update on the rapidly evolving coronavirus situation. And I got to tell you, Steve, and I got to say to Pasadena, I want to know what your plan is.
Right.
Are you coordinating with the hospitals? Are you coordinating with the schools? Do you have testing available? And
Pasadena school still open?
I don't know. Pasadena is closed because some people were already on spring break and then they're extending their break for another week. I know that is in the Glendale School District. So my point is, Pasadena, what's your plan? And, I can go and I'm going to call them later today and find out what their plan is because Gavin Newsom is very strong. And if you go to LA Times, you're able to find those links about what Gavin was discussing about closures and making sure that you self-quarantine. And again, I'm going to repeat it, that Gavin Newsom has recommended in the state of California, if you have family that's over 65 years old, to self-quarantine. My mom self-quarantined starting, I believe, last, maybe about March 10th. She started self-quarantine, if not earlier. And so it's time to self-quarantine. And a lot of people are thinking, oh, no, we don't need to. Go ahead and self-quarantine. Get your groceries, get your life in order, and get ready.
So here's what Nancy Pelosi's saying. She's urging the private sector to do the right thing. Tulsi Gabbard says, let's just give people a UBI now. Let's actually have a solution to the problem instead of begging billionaires to help us, which is what Nancy Pelosi's solution is. Even Mitt Romney says, give us $1,000 a month. Romney proposes giving $1,000 to every U.S. adult amid corona. Even Mitt Romney is to the left of Nancy Pelosi. That's how bad the leadership is in the Democratic Party. Unbelievable. Oh, he's a one-time payment? So he's saying give everybody a one-time, giving 1,000. Just that's it? Just 1,000?
Yeah, because...
But then we'll do it again. I'm sure he would, after, because they would have to do it again and keep doing it again and do it again. I'm sorry. Steph,
no,
go
good.
ahead.
I'm good.
Yeah, so we'd have to keep doing it again and again and again. So he's proposing that's a UBI, even though he only wants to do it once. But then you do it once, then you do it again. Wow. These are crazy times. We're in crazy times. How about them Mercedes forcing them to go to work and then they... It's a big club. You ain't in it. Just so you know. Why did they bail out the banks to the tune of $2.2 trillion before they did anything for you? Just so you know. It's a big club and you ain't in it. Hey everybody, the next live Jimmy Dore show is May 1st in Minneapolis, and then we're going to Chicago. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets to all our live shows, and become a premium member at jimmydorecomedy.com/join. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Thanks for your support.